Tanvi, tell me something. How does your normal week look like? Because it's very different to be 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. You're now your own boss and you're expected to create content. You know, what does your sort of week look like? And second of all, how much time do you spend on creating content?
I really struggle to answer this question as a content creator because literally no week looks the same, let alone a day. Like no one day ever looks the same. So it totally depends on your current campaigns, if you're hosting any events, if you have any trips, what brands you're currently working with, and it can change day to day. I'll say there's always a few hours of meetings and admins, looking at emails, actually filming content, editing the content. But something that I've also learned is that it's so much more important to be efficient with your time and work smart as a content creator. So instead of attempting to film a few videos every single day for that week, I will just block out one day of the whole week to just batch film and then another day to just batch edit. And I feel like that is such a way more efficient use of my time than trying to drip feed it every single day. So that's the other thing, like I've had to figure out a routine that works for me. And if that means in the morning I do a bit of admin and in the afternoon I'm a bit more present online, whether it's creating content, editing content, pitching to brands, that's sort of something I've had to figure out for myself. But literally no day is the same.
As a content creator, how do you reach them brands?
It's really, there's so many ways this can be done. But I think the best way and the most organic way is you focus on growing your platforms. You gain views, you gain an audience, you organically share things that you use every day and products you recommend and places that you would go to anyway. And that's when the best sort of brand relationships and campaigns form, when it's things that you were already talking about and you were already screaming and shouting about. And those are the brands that have come to me to be like, we've seen that you love using this, or you spoke about this, we'd love to discuss like a campaign or something longer term where you can be an ambassador, represent the brand.
Yeah. Do they approach you or do you approach them?
It's really a bit of both. So I think when you get to a certain size of a content creator, you would have at least 50 to maybe 80% would be inbound requests, and those would be the brands coming to you. But of course, there's always going to be brands that you think are like those dream brands or sort of what you're working towards as your next goal, and those are the ones that you would be reaching out to. And I always say, like, it's so important to be proactive. It doesn't matter if you get a no. In this industry, you're going to get 99% of people will be a no, but all you need is that one brand to sort of believe in you or open the conversation up. If it's not now, then maybe next year. But yeah, there's a lot of outreach as well.
Yeah. I've got a little bit of a controversial question for you here, so I don't know if you want to answer this or not, but there's a lot of press in the media at the moment, and people believe, you know, the war in Palestine and, you know, in that area, there's a lot of things that are not going quite right in Israel, and a lot of people have boycott a lot of brands. If you had a brand that people in the media saying you should boycott, but they're offering you good money, are you still going to go for it? Or where does the sort of balance start in terms of, hey, I don't know when my next job's coming and I might get 20,000 for this next deal, or no, that's not right to take this because I believe something not correct is happening in the sort of Middle East?
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, I think my morals and my values are the core of everything I do, and I've been really vocal about that online. So money is never really the goal for me, and I'm in a fortunate enough financial position that I probably wouldn't have to take a brand deal just for the money. But I also think people need to give content creators grace online, because it is literally like asking a lawyer to stop their job or an accountant to stop their job, which is their income and their livelihood, because of something that might be 3, 4, 5 parties removed from what they're actually associated with. But at the same time, I think it's so important for people with a platform to use it, to speak up. They have an influence, even if they're doing something completely different to someone else, that they should be using it in a positive way. And if they believe in something, I think it's so important to speak up about it. And that's something I've done continuously on my platform, which isn't always easy.